Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. It's now time for your council recap. Chad Brecklin, your city administrator, is back and ready to bring you the details from this past meeting. And it sounds like it went by really quick. So
it was, about 90 minutes or so. So on the usual length, it was on the shorter end.
That's okay.
Average length, shall we say.
It is. You kick it off with a couple of mayoral proclamations on the agenda. First one was recognizing March as Women History Month. Did anybody come out for this one? I know we had the Red Cross out for the other one.
No, there was no one specifically in attendance for this. There were some women in the audience who were invited to come up and have a photo at the Common Council after they read the proclamation, though. So that was a nice touch.
I know staff did a group women's photo as well, which was really cool.
Yep.
Nick did a good job taking the photo back there. So recognize the women here at the city of Fitchburg.
For sure.
We also had recognizing 2026 as Red Cross Month, and I know there were some folks in for that as well.
Yeah, there was a representative of the Red Cross in who said a few words as well after the Common Council read a proclamation in honor of Red Cross Month.
And we have those proclamations up out there on our social media if you want to check those out, including the full meeting.
Yeah. Before you move on to the next item, I would add that there was also a mayoral appointment to the EMS Commission as well that was approved by Common Council.
Fantastic. We got it. We're getting it all in today.
Yeah.
All right. We kick it down here first under Plan Commission, final plot here for a resident in the No Oaks Ranch area.
Yeah, so this was postponed at Plan Commission at their last meeting and was therefore postponed at this Common Council meeting. It's been postponed to the next Plan Commission meeting, which is, I believe, March 17th, and then this will come back to Common Council on March 24th.
All right. Then we move down to Board of Public Works first resolution here, approving the 2026-2028 Storm Water Utility Vegetation Management Program contracts.
Yeah, we have a couple stormwater utility vegetation management contracts that led off some of the items here. The first one is the overall vegetation management for our stormwater utility, largely, focusing on vegetation control in our stormwater ponds. This one oversees the vast majority of our ponds, and then the second resolution was dealing with Burn Pond specifically, and the Public Works Department with two different contracts because the vendor that was working on the Burn Pond is familiar with some of the issues on that pond, and they're still trying to address some of those. So from a consistency standpoint, it made sense to kind of split those into one overall contract and then kind of an offshoot, if you will, with a standalone on Burn Stormwater Pond there.
All right, moving on to resolution adopting the 2025 NR 216 permit annual report.
Yeah, so this is a requirement in regards to our stormwater management. We have to fill out this annual report and submit it, I believe, to the DNR each and every year. And in order for that report to be submitted, it has to be formally adopted or accepted by the Common Council before it can be submitted for compliance purposes.
All right. Under Parks Commission, we have a resolution amending the 2026 fee schedule relating to the pickleball court fees.
Yeah, so this item was brought up in regards to some feedback related most specifically to the costs associated with tournaments at McGaw Park pickleball courts, and ultimately last night the Common Council approved a resolution that would set a specific tournament fee and also reduced the overall rental reservation charge associated with the pickleball reservation to the 2025 levels.
And each year we put out, as part of the budget, we put out a fee schedule. So if somebody's like, what's a fee schedule? What would you say?
That's a schedule or a listing of all the fees that we charge. So that might be to reserve a park shelter or a pickleball court or to get a building permit. Anything that the city charges a fee for specifically, that is listed in that fee schedule. And every year, city staff reviews the fee schedule and then also includes the fee schedule with the operating budget so that the mayor and Common Council also have an opportunity every year to take a look at the fees and whether or not any adjustments are being made to those fees.
All right, we move on to a resolution approving EV station site host agreement for the Charge Up Dane County grant program.
Yeah, the city applied for some grant funding through Dane County to install EV chargers. So, and not only can municipalities apply for this grant funding, but so can private businesses or organizations. But ultimately, this grant funding would provide 4 EV chargers that would be installed in McKee Farms Park. The grant covers the cost to install and purchase the chargers, as well as the operating and maintenance costs associated with them for the first 5 years. It also allows the city to charge costs associated with the cost of electricity, as well as any associated taxes that need to be paid. We're not, I believe, able to make any revenue off of the chargers, but we also are allowed to at least break even on the overall cost to provide them. At the end of 5 years, the city has the opportunity to continue with the utilization or operation of those EV chargers. Obviously, then they become the full financial responsibility of the city, or we can discontinue offering those in the park. So it was a good opportunity to kind of put these chargers in a publicly accessible place, centrally located in the city. And, there's no cost right now to our taxpayers to provide those either.
Fantastic. We go on to Personnel Committee. We have a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between the city and Wisconsin Professional Police Association establishing a 28-day work period.
Yeah, I won't get too deep into this one, but it relates to the Fair Labor Standards Act and the establishment of a workday period for the calculation of overtime, and that was needed in order to allow police union members to possibly utilize the most recent tax law changes at the federal level that allow certain overtime to be exempt from income tax. So we have a 28-day work period in our contract with our fire union. We did not have such a workday period formally identified with our police union, so this MOU does establish that. But I want to stress it doesn't change any of the terms of the contract with our police union related to when overtime is earned, or change any of the compensation in which officers are given.
All right, under direct referrals, we have a resolution approving budget amendment for the 2025 capital budget overage for park improvements.
Yeah, so we did a project last year in the Southdale neighborhood, at Southdale Park specifically. There was some additional work done on the park improvements by city staff using additional materials that were not included in the original project. So this budget amendment was needed to obviously cover that overage, if you will, and apply it to the 2025 budget. And that was the additional money for that project came out of a capital improvement plan account that we have specifically set aside for improvements within the town of Madison, former town of Madison, aka the Southdale neighborhood. And that account was funded through the financial settlement of the town attachment between the city of Fitchburg and the city of Madison.
It's a nice playground equipment out there.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Really
there's still a few $100,000 left in that account that would be available for work benefiting specifically the Southdale neighborhood.
All right, we move on to resolution amending the 2025 general fund for DaneCom costs.
Yeah, so we participate with Dane County and the vast majority of other municipalities and public safety agencies on the public safety radio system called DaneCom. This invoice that was paid was for services provided in 2025, the last half of 2025 specifically. It's our share of the operating and maintenance costs associated with the system. We pay our share just like everybody else who participates in it according to the formula and agreement that we've all signed. And this invoice apparently got delayed somehow, and we needed to get this processed and applied to the 2025 budget. So that was done through this action.
And then finally, we had a consideration of settlement offer for Hy-Vee Incorporated.
Yeah, the Common Council went into closed session in regards to this. Hy-Vee has filed a suit for excessive tax assessment, and the Common Council conferred with legal counsel on this, and when they came out of closed session, they moved to deny the settlement offer from Hy-Vee.
All right, the next Common Council meeting will be on March 24th, and the next Committee of the Whole will be March 25th. Again, you can catch all the meetings on Fact TV, through YouTube, through the Your City's channel, and of course, catch Chad's updates. We've got one for each of our council meetings. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.